Welcome back to Good Day State Line. We have taken a trip today to meet the team behind Urban Intellectuals 815. We have Eric and Jamar and Tony, and someone's missing, and we're going to hear about him in a second. But we want to know a little bit about what Urban Intellectuals 815 is.
So what Urban Intellectuals 815 is, it's a collaborative amongst four business African American businessmen, future entrepreneurs now while we're still developing and building. And what we wanted to do was come together and leverage our resources amongst each other, the connections that we have in different lanes. And then we just decided to share with everybody else. So we're creating a space to share and leverage resources with entrepreneurs and the African American community. We have been in this space roughly a year now. We've been slowly opening up because we really want to transition into a membership-based group to where we're focused on developing the African American community and entrepreneurs in the local 815 area.
First and foremost, I met Tony a few years back doing some community-related activities. He's always been a very insightful and forward-thinking person. So when he approached me with this idea of collaborating through business in hopes of, in the future, growing our own individual entrepreneur aspects, I immediately jumped in. And Jamar, he's one of my best friends. I've been knowing him for quite some time now. We worked together previously, and we just always had a nice business relationship as well. So for us, it's about, creating a new narrative, especially for, people of color in Rockford, Illinois. There's not a lot of things for us to look for, especially in terms of, networking groups. And like we said, we're trying to build an actual social club so we can do things more than just, go outside to the bars and, do the typical normal things that, young adults do. So, I just thought this was an amazing opportunity, and so far, so good.
Kind of to piggyback off what Eric said, I met Tony through some mutual friends and through a child-based or children-based activity where we were geared towards helping the youth. Hip-hop therapy as well as with Eric. And after that, we connected and we did a lot of good things together. I was currently trying to pursue kind of a consulting business, Footstep Consulting. And throughout that process, I felt like I could be an asset to Tony as well as Eric through this journey. And we do a lot of things. We've done like game nights. We've done different parties for kids. It's a safe space, so you can rent it out if you like. We've done different tournaments, spoken word. We did a Tiny Desk. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. On YouTube, they do like little close-knit concerts. And we actually had one of our local artists from the Rockford area come in. We had a live band, and we allow people to come in and when we all just vibed out on a Friday, and we do different things like that. Just more of promoting a community space where you can be yourself and enjoy.
So as Jamar mentioned, some of the things we did this past year was just to get people familiar with the space, just as introduction points. But what our focus is this year is, one, we want to continue to promote African American community development and entrepreneurship. Like I said earlier, we are moving to our private membership group, but we also want to create a safe space for people to come, network, pool their resources together, leverage things so that we can be a great impact to our community. But most important, we want to begin to create and highlight African American role models for our community. A lot of times the images and the stereotypes don't actually fit what's really going on in our community. So we want to create that space to where we're really leveraging who we are and what we bring to the table as a community.
Obviously, yeah, we have the Instagram page at Urban Intellectual _815, as well as the Facebook page as well too. So we utilize our social media to promote all of our events and activities. We actually have an event this Sunday called a Peacoats and Denim Bonfire, which is another outside networking event. This will be our second bonfire. Actually, we did one last winter. So Yeah, Facebook and Instagram for the most part now. Until we're obviously up and running, we'll have all kind of sources of contact information for you guys. But yeah, just look out for us on Urban Intellectual 815.
Thanks to our friends at All Auto Parts for sponsoring that segment. You can visit them at 815autoparts.com. Coming up next on GDS, it's Spirit Day. We're making vodka and whiskey sidecars with Lil Zim and JB Love from Q98.5. Don't go anywhere.